Welcome to another edition of PraxHacks. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of revision in essays. This is primarily for the 5723 Praxis test as far as essays go, but the tips that I'm about to give are good for looking at revisions of all essays. Could be the SATs, it could be any other of these high stakes tests that you have to make revisions on. But these are just good tips for revisions of essays, but particularly for the Praxis Core writing test. First up, I'd like to thank my sponsor. It's Upside. It is the app that you can download and save money every time you buy gas, every time you buy groceries. Even one day I was sitting at a restaurant and I got money back from being at one of my favorite restaurants. So it is great. It is a great app to just get you a little bit more money back, because we all, especially as teachers, want some more money in our pocket. Also, if you use that promo code there down at the bottom, UWVQ4, it will get you an extra 15 cents per gallon on your first fill up. So yeah, download app Upside and save some more money. Don't just leave it hanging out there, okay? Okay, let's get into talking about revisions. So with revisions, a lot of times people think about revisions. They write, and then make their revisions and think that that's somehow going to wave a magic wand and make it better because they're doing revisions. You need to at least start with a plan. What is this essay going to look like? How's it going to be organized? How your thoughts going to flow? Because if you don't, then it's kind of all over the place and you're going to lose some of those valuable points on your essays. So with revision, it's a good time to look back and make sure your essay is in that organization that you envisioned. For example, is it a good solid 3-paragraph essay? There's a good organization there. One paragraph kind of leads into the other, and it's not just all over the place. So start with a plan. With your revision, make sure you're looking back and following that plan. The next part of revision is to keep it logical. And Spock here is reminding me to keep your writing logical. Sometimes when we write what's called stream of consciousness, and it's just all over the place as far as things go. And it may make sense to us at the time that we're writing that, but remember, you're going to have a scorer who does not know you. Check out our other video about who the scorers are, and they're going to be looking that your essay makes a logical progression, that your evidence is supported, that you've got enough examples if you're making a statement, and that you don't have some off-topic side story thrown in there, maybe just to take up space. You gotta keep it logical, and that would fall under revision as well. Reread and make sure everything would be logical to someone who doesn't know you. Like we just talked about, resist going off topic. This would be another thing that would happen in revision. Read back through your essay and make sure you didn't suddenly just, I'm going to say, have a brain fart and suddenly talking about something else that's not dealing with whatever the topic was, whatever your essay was supposed to be on. Make sure it's all on it. Make sure, I'm going to suggest you have 3 pieces of evidence or 3 good examples that keep you on topic and keep, again, going back to that logical, that it makes logical sense. It's all on topic. Revise to accommodate edits. And you might be like, what? Have you ever seen like really bad Photoshop where things don't line up? And you're like, that's horrible. Revision is the same way. Make sure once you do a revision that the rest of that paragraph and the essay line up. Make sure if you changed a word that you didn't change maybe the verb tense or that you didn't change the number, make sure all that's still in agreement. Also make sure it still has that logical flow. So maybe you threw in a sentence to add a new example. Does it still make sense and does it still have a good flow? Does what you revise go along with everything else in that sentence, in that paragraph, and in the whole essay itself? So that's what I mean. Make sure your revisions accommodate those smaller changes you may have made. If you want to learn more about these essays, especially for this Praxis Writing 5723, make sure and check out our study guide. It's available on Amazon. Also, like and subscribe to our channel here. We try to drop at least one video a day helping you with these high stakes tests. Coming up, I've got some math material that I'm going to be working on to put on my channel. I'll also be putting on some SAT and ACT prep material as well, but that's all coming up. Right now, I'm focusing on the writing. And again, the writing is for basically this Praxis core, but it could be implied and used into other tests that have these writing prompts. Until next time, folks, thank you so much. And I will see you again here on PraxHacks.